things are on schedule.
All right, guys, we're about to see probably the biggest match here so far, and as Fish mentioned a little bit earlier, otherwise we're going to be looking at a lot of really interesting matches, and this is going to be really interesting for those teams because they've won some, they've lost some. They're still looking for a chance to get into next week's games, which will be a bit of a pared-down version of what we're seeing here, but I think next week we're going to be looking at best of threes, right?
Yeah, so this is essentially going to determine the seedings of the elimination format tournament, which will be taking place next weekend. And obviously, the teams that come out on top in this Swiss round robin will be kind of pre-seeded as well. Well, actually, I'm not sure if we're going to pre-seed them in terms of skipping rounds. I have to double check on that. Either way, they will be separated from one another, so we will more than likely be seeing these two teams if they continue to play the way they are in the grand final on Sunday.
Now, we've seen a lot of different ways to play Underground, and of course this being more of a open cup or more of a Proving Grounds cup, we might not see some of the really advanced strats come out, but I wonder if just the effect of seeing these things on air, seeing them in a tournament and having them discussed so much is sort of helping to spread them around a little bit. So obviously there's the potential of just going straight for the north side door generator and just blowing the crap out of it.
All right, so here's a little something that I'm expecting to see right off the bat. So we're seeing an Artie on new and trendy, and they're going to be on attack, all right? So we're seeing an Artie, we're seeing a Nader. Now, if this plays out, well, actually, is he going to switch to Rhino? No, if this plays out, I'm expecting we're going to see some sort of a quick door opener where they're going to bomb down one of these generators as quickly as possible and almost go for like somewhat of a surprise play, because a lot of people, you know, they just expect you're going to plan it, but there are some ways that you can very, very quickly blow these generators up and open the door in the first push. So
right.
A lot of times you can catch them off guard with that. So we'll see if that happens. Well,
I'd like to see it. It's always fun to see stuff like that, for sure.
Yeah, maybe we're going to see Rhino versus Rhino, offensive and defensive Rhino. We'll see. Because at the end of the day, okay, there's that already. So we may be seeing that play go down. And this is one of those maps where Rhino really comes into his own.
All right, but
right, here we go.
We are set, and we're not seeing the immediate explosions come off here. I'm actually watching Tetra there as an Aura. They've actually placed down a station, and it looks like they're really trying to just stick at their current position. Dark Death is going to be able to take them on down, of course, with these fantastic Nader nades, frag grenades rather. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with, but look at this. We've now got Rhino and Aura set up on the roof. We've got Washout here just going, oh, you want to set up down there? All right, great. Feel like shooting fat kids in a barrel.
Now you see, they did try and go for a fast bombing, but I think they get their maths wrong, because they were unloading on that generator, but they just didn't do enough damage to open the door, and I mean, Running Pack just closed in on them from every direction, just completely wiped them.
Well, hey, it's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, they did put a lot of damage onto the generator, so they will be able to take it down in future pushes.
Oh, this is a huge push on the elevator. If only Rhino was in position, or Fragger, there'd be a ton of kills coming out there.
I've never seen the skin that Reptile is rocking right now. His gun is bright blue. Kind of cool. But yeah, look, Rhino on a healing station. Nade comes right onto the healing station, doesn't kill it. Surprise, surprise. So that's coming into play once again. Fluffy yip.
Yeah, I think Sixers actually as well, recovering the heal station for it, actually got fully destroyed to kind of help reduce his cooldown for the next placement, getting that thing back up, and once again, full wipe of new and trendy. So now switching over to a Rhino. It looks like they want to do counter the Rhino with a Rhino of their own, see if it works out in their favor.
I thought Phazon was running Rhino from the very beginning, but I wasn't sure about his positioning. Now, really, if you're going to be attacking with the Rhino, you really want to see it go up to the balcony, which is exactly where Phazon's gone so far, opening that up a little bit. And Washout is so low right now, and there's no aura to keep him back up. The healing station is going to be down as well. He has an opportunity to drop down into the room, but of course the rest of his team isn't quite ready for it. And he's able to, with the last little bit of his minigun, take out that generator.
Right-hand door is open.
Yeah,
here comes Reptile. Pushing straight in. And this is actually looking promising for new and trendy. The plant is going to go down here, surely. And that
Death and Vipa try and go and regain roof control, but Phazon takes out, well, he takes out both, essentially. I think that Tetra shotgunned the other there for the kill,
Oh, this
but
is so good. Now we can get healed up properly here. I mean, Phazon not committing to drop down to the bottom of the room means that he can hold it down the top here. And man, this is Rhino on Rhino, so he's going to be dead and finally gibbed by a fragger grenade. I wouldn't exactly call that a waste. You don't want to see that Rhino get revived anytime soon, especially because Levy was still alive and he's going to be there to bring up that aura once again and keep the pressure on the middle room. Now, we already have seen a defuse, but now we've got to respawn back up, and we should see some damage coming their way, even though we've lost the opportunity for New and Trendy to keep control of the top of the roof.
yeah, they definitely put the pressure on, and you can see right away that Run and Pack are pushed way out of the positions they initially wanted to take. That said, they get a nice wipe here, and if they get this gate closed, they could just basically retake their positions, which they are going for. This time we're going to have Dark Death up on the elevator side. Kind of blew his nade against one person. If he saved that, he could have got a really nice one down on the mid ramp here. Look, that would have been a perfect situation too.
It looks like
now
we're
we
going up
got
to the roof. New and Trendy doing a strong push up there, but that aura station still coming in way too handy. The revive's going down on the Rhino as well, so a roof push, concerted roof push, completely shut down. Not even a chance. Let's see, is the side door even open anymore? No, the side door has been closed, so New and Trendy got to look for another way to get in. Is it going to be the roof? Are they going to open the door again? What are they going to choose to do here? We'll find out. It looks like they're pushing up the elevator too, but that's been shut down as well, so Dark Death with a flurry of kills here. Looks like they're still going up the elevator. This actually might catch the defending team off guard as they're pushing up the elevator one more time.
Yeah, going up the elevator is so important to be able to take over the roof, but you can't really allow that push to be sort of your point. I mean, it's such a choke point. One player up on the balcony can hold it down for such a long time. You need there to be some sort of other damage coming from another angle.
Clean wipe. 5 dead, 5 alive.
Front to back, yeah.
And kind of surprised to see that, to be quite honest.
Yeah, honestly, new and Trendy is just really struggling against this defense right now. And obviously, it's only a best of 1 on Underground, so who's to say how they would play against each other on another map? But hey, now they're trying something new, and Trendy pushing all on the right side, which we haven't seen thus far. So perhaps this will work out in their favor. They're going to be able to catch this Rhino out, washout on out of position without his heal station this time. Does end up winning the duel there with the other Rhino, who gets gibbed just in the nick of time. Kind of just shutting down this push here. Well, here they come.
This is a nice little bit of flank from 100%. They've got entry into the room. They've got to take care of... Oof. Got to take care of that turret. But now he's going for a slow plant. He might be able to get it. He's got only Tetra alive as an aura to hold everybody off until he's able to get that plant down. But can he hold it in? He's got a cooked nade. It's there on the ground. It's not going to be doing too much damage. And we should see... Oh no, we've still got that aura in there. And our Blishlock is doing the work. But here comes the Bushwhacker to get a fast defuse.
And Dark Death going to respond with that that last-second hopeful clutch push there with a grenade. So, I mean, Run and Pack once again taking control.
Yeah, there is essentially no push going on here. Got my eyes back on Washout as he's going to be trying to retake his position on the top of the roof.
Oh, hey, look at this. This is looking really good for New and Trendy. It's a 5-on-2 for the next 10 seconds. If they don't push in and get a plant right now, they have made a mistake. It's a sure thing at this point if they could just get into the objective area. But no, the Rhino Washout.
Oh, but the
doing
Rhino's
so much damage.
And I gotta commend Washout as Rhino is constantly fighting them at this point without a heal station. Somehow he's still winning against their Rhino on a heal station. I don't even think there's a way to aim better as a Rhino, so maybe the luck is in his favor. That said, Phazon is taking over the room here, and it looks like we're going to see full control finally here from New and Trendy. Going to be a slow plant coming in. And now it's just a matter of how they get set up to defend this, and hopefully it'll be more successful than the previous.
Well, Reptile's nades failed to do any sort of significant damage as everybody from Plus comes up over the other side and goes for this defuse. Here comes the Bushwhacker rocking on in. It's going to be Chew on this. He's going to be in it, but down and Gib. The bomb is still on the objective. They're still holding down the rails here. And my God, they might
plenty of time. Plenty of time to push in here after this next spawn wave even. Still enough time. Maybe.
Chew on this finally has an open way in.
Can they get in? It looks like
but nothing's going to happen with 100% on the roof here. He's going to get a quick kill and a Gib. And with the Enchi gone, yeah, we are moving on here. And it's a long spawn as well, so Looks like Dark Death actually the run and pack fragger catching a long spawn, Tetra as well, but you know having the fragger out is kind of a big deal, especially when you're trying to counteract this next push. He might actually be up in time before they can make any ground here.
So 7 minutes left to blow up the final objective, but first they've got to make their way all the way down the escalator, and it looks like they've got plenty of time to set up a bit of a defense there and chew up some of the clock.
Yeah, Reptile's actually in a great position here to rain nades in on this heal station. Takes out two, Chuan and Sixers. Gets caught by Dark Death, but still, I guess the revives do come in, so run and pack players right back up. Not sure what that aura was thinking.
Timing. Oh, that was rough timing. Tetra's Sparks was coming in to revive Reptile, but that nade came in just at the right time to not only get the course, but take out Tetra as well. Ooh.
All right, 2 of Nice and Trendy taking the elevator down. They're going to be greeted right away. Let's see how this goes for them. Not so well, turns out.
Yeah, Dark Death just hanging out in that little sneaky spot there, waiting for him to come out the elevator and shoot him in the back of the head.
Ooh, nice shotgun work out of Phazon.
All right, Tetra has switched from Aura over to Sparks now, and seems to be working out pretty well for his team. Let's see how this Sparks continues to do. Sparks, I think, really one of the most interesting mercs in the game right now. The Reviver gun is not only a powerful weapon, but just its utility is immense. It's absolutely immense. So let's see how Tetra does here.
All right, but one of the biggest potentials here, and actually this is interesting, New and Trendy's seem to have pushed forward to this room without a whole lot of trouble. Looks like Run and Pack is left packing, trying to just hold down the final objective at the objective itself, which is going to give a bit of an opening into the generator room. It's not going to go down without a fight, though. Tetra, as Sparks, is trying to keep everybody up just to get into the room and get the plant, or rather the construction of that generator to close off those doors.
Yeah, they do manage to get control of the control room, get the gates closed and whatnot, so at the moment they're looking pretty good. If these kills continue in the favor of New and Trendy, they may be getting a plant down very shortly here.
Ooh, look at that. I don't know if you're still watching the Sparks.
Yeah.
That was a pretty nice play. Tetra doing work.
Yeah, Phazon actually planning now for the spawn
what
coverage.
Reptile, please. Oh, you had so much to live for.
That was like an immediate martyrdom, too. Like, no check. No confirmation. All right, but do we have the gas tunnel open? Not quite. But we do have a ton of pressure on the final objective here, and in fact, we've got a bomb on it. About half of it worked off already, and I'm actually going to keep my eye on Tetra here because somebody needs to be playing in that long-range hit scam position, and Tetra is that Merc class right now to potentially get the sniper angles on the objective. But Tetra just kind of ran into the fight, and allowed for a lot of this to happen. Yeah. Oh.
Just a moment too late there at the end. You know, it's unfortunate. I think there's probably a mishap on New and Trendy side where they respawned that Kira just basically one push too late, gave him enough time to get that defuse. So back to square one for New and Trendy here, as well as losing control of the control room. So we may see the gates open up again.
I gotta put this on Tetra though. Tetra really needed to stay in that position where he could have a good position and a good angle on the bomb itself. And it was planted in a spot where you can see down it all the way from the spawn, essentially, all the way from the escalators. But he just really wanted to be in the middle of the action.
Yeah, it's more than likely just, you know, a mistake on their end. I think they were kind of going for the dedicated Kira coverage. That said, their Reptiles, well, I guess that was a TK, but it looks like they're pushing to regain control here of the control room. It's really just Sixers up here by himself. And if they know that, then they could probably get more aggressive. That said, Dark Death's just cleaning up house on the right side. Which could come up and bite the rest of the New and Trendy members inside the control room and in the ass here. Dark Death, though, seems to be out of ammo down to his pistol. Reptile.
Vipa with a very strong flank is going to shut this down here. Oh, and look at that.
Reptile definitely on point with these martyrdoms. When it comes to killing his own team, that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's going to back off on the trigger finger there with the martyrdom.
Oh,
Fortunately, they're all short spawns whenever that happens, so. But, yeah, I mean, Run and Pack still looking very strong so far.
I just had to do a double check. Chew on this is actually switched over to Proxy. I heard the Proxy, but I was like, wait, is somebody actually using that? Cool. I got the mine out, though.
Oh, Reptile switching over to Red Eye here. And let's see, 1 kill, not able to get
He's
the
doing
second. Oh, there's
massive
2.
damage. Actually,
There's 2.
picks up 3 kills, completely opens
What is
it up,
his position,
and
though?
what? Okay, Phazon, there was literally 2 incredibly obvious mines on the objective by Chew on this, and
Got the
pretty
sneaky
much
plant,
all
though.
of the new and trendy guys literally just jumped on the mines, man. They literally jumped on the mines in front of their face, and Chew on this picks up another couple kills in the back and gets the defuse there. So I would say massive play by Chew on this, although his mines basically are magnets for new and trendy members, I guess.
I guess if you're not
Maybe he
used
has
to
some
seeing
sort
them
of a
in comp.
cloaking perk. I don't know. Yeah, I suppose people aren't used to seeing Proxy played too often these days, so maybe it caught him by surprise. I gotta say, man, these mines are pretty obvious to me, at least as a spectator.
I'm just happy to see Proxy,
Yeah,
as Jahara
yeah.
was kind of talking about earlier.
Proxy's amazing.
Yeah, bring Proxy back.
My waifu.
So right there, that was the big opportunity for new and trendy to set a time on the map to actually finish it out, and unfortunately, in the heat of the moment, Proxy mines doing work. Only a minute left here, and as it is the first half with the new system, as long as they get a plant down before the game actually ends, OT will kick in. So there is a possibility here. They do technically have just about a minute left, because it takes about 4 seconds for the engineer to plant.
Well,
So this is the opportunity now if they
Yeah,
get
it
this
looks
cleared
like it
here.
could happen
Phazon's
here.
in position here.
But he gets taken
oh,
down,
but Sparks
and
is able to get him up. And there's that mine there. And
Not
finally,
Gibbs.
he says, all right, going to be able to take that down. Try to get a little bit of health back
oh,
from...
Phazon, you need to go for the
medic.
suicide plant. You need to just plant it right now.
He's looking for health. He's just going to get a little bit from that Sparks. He's up to about half
It's
here.
And it's down to Chew on this.
He's
Finally
getting
goes
the
down.
frags, though. Holy crap, he's able to ace just about everybody. He gets pretty much a free plant here. 3 seconds before we see a spawn. And we should see enough time to allow a little bit of defensive posturing set up on this plant. Now, I'm going to switch over to Reptile because he needs to be in this position. He's in the right spot for it. The bomb's in the right spot for it. And as you mentioned, we
Now,
have the
not
potential
only
for
do they
overtime.
have Red Eye for coverage, they
Oh,
also have that
Edgy's
Cure
on it?
laser.
Look at those
Oh
bodies,
my God,
though.
Reptile.
Just bodies.
There we go.
Are we about to
There.
see our first overtime in stopwatch history? It's happening right here, right now,
They are
folks.
fighting for this
took
as
himself
hard
out
as
of
they
the
possibly
This
can.
is the first time I've seen this, folks. This is history in the making. Will they be able to disarm?
Oh,
It looks like
no.
they just might, and
He looked away.
short-lived.
Why did he leave?
Short-lived overtime.
Why did he leave?
Ooh.
Why?
Now, what's really unfortunate is I'm not sure if 100% actually had his laser off cooldown, but all he needed to do was call the laser right there at the end, and it would have been impossible to defuse it.
Oh,
Unfortunately, Run and Pack pulling it up there at the end and
no,
getting that defuse.
Reptile just left the objective. He was reloading his deagle and just leaving it. He just turned around and walked the other way. I'm mad.
Oh, well.
I'm mad.
I missed that part. I was waiting for the Cure laser to just,
Yeah,
Cherry
yeah,
on
there were at least
on
a
the
couple
top, but-
opportunities to make that work.
Unfortunately, they couldn't capitalize on that OT mechanic. Solid game mechanics. Well, you did get the opportunity to defend it when the game was officially kind of over, so I think should be
Yeah,
happy.
yeah. All right, guys, here we go. Second half of Underground. Run and Pack versus New and Trendy.
let's get right
Yeah.
into it, folks. Run and Pack has been the surprise of the tournament. I would say New and Trendy, in our minds, was the big overdog. I'm using that word again. They were the expected top team. Yeah, Run and
Oh,
Pack.
sneaky
kinda
washout,
showed their
getting a
stuff.
plant right under their noses. They don't even see him, and he's slow planning it.
Wow.
I mean, it doesn't help
Unexpected.
that Dark Death is the only one left alive, so they're going to get this defused, but still. And
Eee.
kind of a massive mistake from Dark Death there. Just long spawned himself for for an opportunity that wasn't there.
Right.
I would have done the same thing, not gonna lie. But anyway, now down
why you're on
2
this side of
players
the
until
screen.
the next spawn. At this point, Vipa is in a really dangerous position. If you, yeah, I'd like to see him come back to his team, and that's exactly what he's doing. So we'll actually be planting on the left-hand door. Try to open that up. The right-hand door has not been opened either, so we haven't seen any emphasis on from the attacking team just yet on opening the doors, or not much emphasis at all. Which, it's kind of interesting because the doors both teams can use them, right? So it's not like the hugest advantage in the world for attackers to plant. However, you obviously do want to do it if you can. So
now, yeah, it seems like Chu on this is having no trouble sneaking in and getting the plant. Unfortunately, they just can't deal with this Rhino on the roof quite yet. And here might be a good opportunity for Dark Death to get a nade in there and give up the NG, but no, nothing.
I gotta say, that was kind of a ballsy run, just running right past the Rhino, trying to get a nade down through the roof. He technically made it, it just kind of splashed with no effect. But yeah, Phazon has let a few people get by him and get those plants going at least. We still have a plant on the door, but as you mentioned, Fish, that door goes both ways. And Phazon might be able to let that go. There he goes.
And it really seems like, you know, Running Pack is having just as difficult of a time dealing with this Rhino on the roof. They are getting plants in, but they're just, during really disjointed attacks, there's no one left to actually cover the plant once it goes down. I'd really love to see some, like, an airstrike or something to deal with this Rhino on the roof. Just get him out of there, get your Rhino up there, and then go for the plant.
Well, we're starting to see a little bit of a Merc mix-up from the Run and Pack guys. We've got a Phoenix swapped in as well as a Vasily. I think this is the first time we've seen Vasily in any of these matches in the Open Cup.
You might be right.
Yeah, we've seen Red Eye twice as much now.
Yeah, I mean, it's rare that you're going to see recons played as often, because it's obviously fairly high skill when it comes to being truly effective with it, so
right.
I'm sure a lot of teams opt out for that reason. Man, this crossfire from New and Trendy is just brutal. They can't seem to like get one guy past every time though. I mean, Chu on this gets the plant, but you're by yourself, so you're gonna have to like long spawn the NG. And he sees Reptile, but he needs to kill Reptile and give him out if he wants to make this happen. Almost
Reptile with
gets
just
him.
a few pixels of health, and he's taken down by Sixers, but right back up. No.
There we go. Sixers and Chu on this with just a great play there. Coming at the end, get the Engineer on long spawn. So they're going to buy themselves some time, but still they got to cut through this Rhino now. They're not going to have time to flank all the way around.
Yeah, I've had my camera on
100%.
Phazon for such a long time just because he's been almost this unstoppable wall. Or this unmovable wall, rather.
That is what Rhino does. And they're not going to beat Reptile back to the objective, so they're going to see yet again another defuse. They've definitely gotten a lot of plants.
Right.
But at the end of the day, they're not really taking control, and Phazon's about to just go on a massive kill streak. 3 kills in the bag. Finally goes down.
He's down and gibbed. Nice.
So this is looking really good for Run and Pack now. They need to start slow planning this as soon as they possibly can.
They got a Phoenix inside the room, and he could be fairly survivable. Well, no, he's taken down by Fragger as soon as I say that, and stabbed on out, so no chance for that self-revive. And that, unfortunately, wasn't long enough to allow Chua on this did make it in, and he got a sneaky plant. With a Fragger in front of him, he might be able to hold us down. We should see a turret go down in this corner. And
now, if they can hold this down, then they're already way ahead of the game.
If Washout can just get in.
It did take New and Trendy a long time to get this first objective done.
Look at this flank. There's so much attention on the rail side and on the roof side that nobody's really paying Chu on this too much attention. Here they finally come, but of course everybody's on top of the roof now. We've got Washout inside the room. You have to see
Rip has to be very careful here. Long spawns are coming up, and if he gets killed now, then there's no way they're going to be able to defuse this.
We've got the turret
Tetra
left
picking
there,
up a pair.
but it's not going to do it. We have everybody inside to get this defused.
Dark Death!
Oh!
What? Well, I mean,
it's still gonna happen.
It still can happen.
Whoa,
wow.
keep going, guys!
Guys, get yeah.
Oh my god, that would have been like top fails
Everybody
moment.
walked away
Oh
from
my
it.
god.
Good job, guys. Good job, team.
If only Dark Death's nade killed more people, that was such a perfect grenade. I didn't even know where he threw that from. It landed right on him.
He was like right next to him, by the way.
Oh, he was? Okay.
Yeah, he was
well,
in the
that
room.
explains why I didn't
There's
see
no
him.
way to miss. No way to miss. Somehow he did.
So
and here's
close,
here's
so
the
close.
thing that's kind of a shame now for Run and Pack. They have the momentum is gone, right? They have the doors open, sure. They got the plant, and they're gonna plant again here. I guess that they're in a decent spot, but it's still 3-on-4.
Yeah.
Make that 4-on-2. And yeah, this is probably gonna be a pretty easy disarm once again. So straight back to the drawing boards. They may, the defending team might even be able to close the doors here. And bring it back to square one again.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
Sixers
they're getting
did it
these
pretty
plants, but it's like only once have they gotten the plant and actually been on top in terms of numbers. Usually it's just like one guy left every time they plant versus 5, and Trendy. But if they can make it happen again and possibly hold on to it, actually things are looking pretty good so far. That said, actually fairly even, and at this
Right.
point, Phazon looking pretty beefy up top. So more than likely gonna be another push shut down.
Sixers just barely
Uh-oh.
dodging that long spawn. But yeah, things are starting to get a little bit tight on the time here for these guys. Got my eye on Chu on this. He's already down to half health, and man, that aura on the other side has immediately taken a shining to him and has taken him on down. So we got Dark Death and Sixers left alive. Both of them not looking all too hot. We still have the door open, but he doesn't really know where everybody's
Another
at.
sneaky plant, maybe?
Maybe. I don't know. He's looking for somebody else to catch up, but it's not going to happen. Phazon catching sight of him. And I wish I could look at KDRs right now because I don't think Phazon's died more than like 3 or 4 times.
Well, yeah, I mean, no one's really even trying to contest him on the roof.
Right.
They're
Yeah.
kind of going for these sneaky plants and just trying to pull him out of position. But when he's killing everybody, it's definitely something you're probably gonna have to deal with eventually.
I'd like to see an airstrike. That's something we haven't seen just yet. I know this map isn't particularly amazing for airstrikes, but anything to kind of shift this momentum, this defensive wall that is just Rhino with the aura station. I mean, it's just strong, man. It's so freaking strong.
But by and large, we've got what, 2 players on top of the balcony, so it's very difficult for them to take that elevator path and do anything with it. And anybody who survives, you know, that gauntlet has to then deal with Phazon. So getting a good angle to get that airstrike in the first place might be a difficult thing. I mean, look at this. This
So
is just
far.
a shut down. Yeah.
Yeah, this new and trendy defense doesn't seem like it's gonna break anytime soon. The one time that it did look like Running Pack was going to get past here, they just couldn't hold on. Here comes some nader nades. Dishing out some decent damage, but not actually taking out the aura station. So once again, Rhino's back up to full HP.
Yeah,
I wanna see an
almost
airstrike.
being shut down. Yeah, yeah.
Hopefully they're listening to the stream. No, actually, I hope they're not, because
Never do that. Never
Yeah.
do that. But Washout's still playing Vasily. I haven't really seen him get too many picks here. Take a look. Oh, there's one. All right, cool. You can't headshot a Rhino. Unless you're
what? How is that Rhino not dead?
unless you're on a safari or something. Healing station, bro.
Yeah, I know.
All right, that's not a bad angle for Washout, though. Trying to take down everybody on the balcony. Just to open up the balcony for everybody else.
And they seem to, it seems like Run Pack have their most success by blowing this left-hand door and actually kind of pushing through the left-hand side.
Yeah.
And just avoiding this nasty crossfire here. If you pull Phazon off of his heal station, you have a much better chance of killing him out. But until then, you're going to be dead every single time Vipa, the last one up, and he goes down.
Wow, even Chua on this has switched over, and actually now he's that Skyhammer, so we might see that airstrike you were looking for. But again, the angle of it and getting it thrown correctly is going to be sort of the tough thing. So there's a strike. Everybody's going to know it's there. Phazon's dead. Chu on this is... Oh, his initial explosion actually took him down. What? Oh, cool. All right.
So there was an airstrike, but it was a defensive airstrike. Okay. I'll take it.
Yeah. But Phazon's back alive again, coming up. And he's not going to be out of position for very long, so there was the window, but it was a very narrow window for Run and Pack to take over.
And the struggle is real. I'm kind of surprised that they haven't tried anything in terms of just nuking down these generators to get inside the objective and possibly open it up a little bit better. 'Cause they really have no answer for this crossfire that New and Trendy is currently using. Just having those guys on the balcony, like they've been securing this balcony hold throughout almost the entire game. Look at all those nader nades just popping over to help soften them up as they
So
come
do
out
you
of the
think
doors.
Washout going for that Vasily and going for the lower angle up to the balcony was a good way to open that up, or is there a better option?
You know, I don't think that Vasily is really going to accomplish too much. I mean, so far we've seen maybe one insta-gib from him,
Yeah.
but you really, I mean, they think they need something
Oh,
that's going to
here's the airstrike. Just
put
like
out
I
more,
asked. It's
more
not
of a
on
brute
point,
force.
It's able to
It's
take
not
out
on
the
the right
healing
place.
station.
though. Okay.
I'm not sure how it
Tetra's
took
still
out the heal
alive.
station, but apparently it did.
Tetra's still alive though, and yeah, he'll be able to put it back down immediately. And he's actually switching at the position too, by the look of it.
I think
No,
what
not
would
so
have
much.
really helped was actually playing a Fletcher over the Bushwhacker for Run and Pack. Just having those sticky bombs, they're an excellent way at destroying heal stations and really putting the pressure on a Rhino. But at the moment, yeah, I think they just need to really be stacking that explosive damage. You get like a fragger, you get a nader, you get a fletcher, and then you just go to town.
Yeah, there's just so much attention on the elevator here, and it looks like they're going to be all pushing up here, or at least a significant portion of them. There's 2 of them. But yeah, 2 on 2 trying to get out of there. Well, at least one of them is a nader, putting their heads under cover. And holy crap, can they actually take this down? No, it's actually, it's a Levy as that Sawbones who's just the unkill. And yeah, you can stay alive there for such a long time.
The combo of Vipa and Dark Death are doing well here.
Yeah, but Phazon's probably going to drop in here in just a moment.
I like that. Levy doesn't even go to start shooting anybody down there. He just waits for Rhino to catch up and just heals him as need be. But that means that they give up the balcony for just a little bit. We have Washout stuck there as the nader. Here comes Levy. And now Washout is washed out.
It's a good band, actually.
Mm-hmm. It's a good place for a Sawbones. You've got, you know, health packs, obviously, and you've got ammo. You could stay there for a very long time and not have to worry about too much. Takes 2 grenades to the face, is finally taken on down. He's revivable, though. We might see that aura come back up. That's actually going to be 100% getting that final revive. So they might be able to lock them out at this first objective completely. They're running out of time to make this happen.
I mean, from the looks of it, we may be seeing just a full hold on the first objective, which would actually give them the win. In order to even draw it out by the game's system, you'd have to get past the first objective tied up. But I mean, so far they have just no answer whatsoever, and it just seems like they're kind of breaking down. Reptile picks up a big double nader nade there, working the angles. Be able to easily finish off the last one here by Kangaju.
Yeah, I think we're seeing Rhino do a lot of damage at not even super close ranges. I mean, he's still winning one-on-ones that are at a decent range. Rhino is just so powerful right now.
The range of that minigun when you burst it is a little bit silly. I honestly would not doubt if we see some balanced patches coming in when it comes to Rhino.
Yeah, I think it's appropriate. I mean, he's just so much more powerful than any one individual merc right now. If you're in a one-on-one situation, you're just going to lose, even if you're at a slight range, which is kind of what everyone thought Rhino's weaknesses was really that he didn't have any range, but it turns out that he has a bit more.
Under. Yeah.
And there's an airstrike. Completely not going to kill anybody at all. Like, way off. It's Mike TK somebody.
Yeah, it kind of seems like I think running pack is
plant.
breaking down a little bit here. One last effort, but their attacks have just been becoming less and less coordinated over time. And
I know that feel, dude. I know that feel.
At this point, they've probably just given up.
Oh, the elevator doors of Z fighting, man, clip into each other. Weak. Oh, but finally they're able to take over the roof and the balcony. Maybe we got nader nades coming in. It's gonna hurt a lot. But that's really the process that they needed. You know, take the balcony, take the roof, and then let everything play out from there. If you can't do a blitzkrieg on the doors, that's really, you know, what needs to be your textbook response. But such a strong defense there, and I got to give a lot of credit for that to D-Levy. He's done a fantastic job of him and 100% taking out anybody who comes through those elevator doors. There we have it.
That's it. Run it, pack. Kind of the hero story so far of the tournament. Doing quite well. Does finally go down to New and Trendy, of course, who is the reformed Elevate team, coming together and showing that, hey, you know, we do have the experience as a competitive team, and we're going to use that to our advantage. So
yeah,
that means that that New and Trendy is the only team now that is still undefeated in this tournament. I wonder what that means.
And well, I mean, there will be the #1 seed for Stage 2, no doubt about it. And I saw FaZe on there finishing up, going 61-33 with Rhino there, so
wow,
pretty effective. He was, you know, he was taking that vacuum cleaner to town.